Hello, I'm Danielle, and I am going to do a mat Pilates class about an intermediate level. It's going to be kind of a flow, all mat, no equipment necessary. Like I said, it's going to be at an intermediate level. I will offer modifications to bring it a little more towards beginner, and then I will offer a couple of modifications to bring it up to a little more advanced on some of the moves. All right, we're going to start with a warm-up, and we're going to practice some breathing just to start. Pilates breath, traditionally, is to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. When you inhale through the nose, you're going to expand the rib cage out to the sides and posteriorly, so behind. You're going to try to keep this rib cage knitted, so not letting the rib cage expand out towards you. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, pull belly button to spine, pull the inner thighs together, and try and pull up through the pelvic floor. I'm standing hip width apart. Again, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Let's add some arms, get the shoulders moving. Should be an inhale for about a 5 count. Pause for a second and exhale. Again, 3 more. Inhale. Root those feet right through the floor. Nice tall spine. Reaching through the crown of the head. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. I want you to remember that breathing pattern and practice it throughout the workout today. All right, we're going to do a standing roll down, same breath, same arms, but this time we're going to roll our spine down, dropping our head down towards the floor. Pause at the bottom, stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. Take your inhale and then exhale. Use those abs to control that roll back up, restacking the spine 1 bone at a time. Inhale, reaching up. Good. Exhale, roll down, nod the chin, round down upper back, middle back, and then low back. Good. Pause here. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Take a nice big inhale, and exhale, round up 1 bone at a time. The head comes up last. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, round down, chin towards the chest, upper back, middle back, arms towards the floor, crown of the head towards the floor. Pause, give those hamstrings a stretch. Inhale and exhale, round up. 1 more. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, nod, chin, round down. Hold it here. You can bring your hands to the mat or your shins for a little bit of support. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer. Try and keep the legs as straight as you can, getting that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, round all the way up. And exhale all the way down. All right, we're going to open up the hips here, coming out into a wide stance and turned out. In this stance, I often call second position, your knees should be tracking towards your big toes. So actually press out so that the knees are tracking out, pressing out with intention. And then we're just going to do little pulses here, opening up the hips and pressing out on the knees. So just reaching those knees towards the big toes and little pulses. You can take these higher if you need to. More advanced, you can take them a little lower. Bring your hands to the inside of your legs. We're going to hold it in your low position and then bring the right shoulder towards the midline and then center and then left. Good. So opening up the chest, getting some shoulder mobility, warming up. You should feel this in the upper back, the lats. Keep those knees pressed out. Good. 1 more time, right and left. All the way to center, hinge forward, and we're going to round all the way up and straighten the legs. All right, we're gonna take it down to the mat. We'll warm up the abs and we'll warm up the spine a little bit more with some articulating bridges. All right, I'm gonna start with the classic Pilates hundreds. So we'll roll all the way down, arms long and heavy on the mat, and then one at a time, take your legs to tabletop. This tabletop position, your knees glued together, inner thighs squeezing, low legs squeezing together. Knee over the hip, low leg parallel with the floor. Look up, just be able to see your big toe. Arms reaching towards the ceiling, but shoulders back and down. So we're not lifting the shoulders off the mat, shoulders are down. You're gonna roll up into what's called C curve. Reach the arms just over the top of the mat, couple inches. Keep those legs glued together, and you're gonna pump the arms. Now we're gonna practice that breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 4, 5, and exhale. You can take the legs up, or you can lower them. Whatever, this is a little more advanced, or keep them in that tabletop position. When you exhale, really draw that belly button to spine. Keep pulling everything up and in. Keep pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Last 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Bring it all in. Bring the knees in. Rock side to side. And we're going to roll up. From this position, if you are not able to roll all the way up, I'm going to offer some modifications when you get to the top. The roll up, legs can be bent or straight. Arms are reaching towards the ceiling. Bent is a little more friendly. Straight is a little more challenging. Take a nice big inhale and then exhale, round up all the way to a seated position. If you are not able to do that without some assistance, you're going to bend your knees and bring your hands behind your knees. And then you're going to roll down just till your arms go straight. Once you've mastered that, you take the hands away and continue that rolling up and down just about halfway, just to where you feel those abs really start to shake and kick in. In this position, you want the legs pulled together and abs pulled in. For those who were able to roll all the way up, we're going to do the roll down and roll up from this position. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, scoop the abs and roll down. Arms come with you up towards the ceiling. Pause here, inhale, and exhale, round up one bone at a time, exhaling all the way up. You'll notice there's a part in that roll up where it gets a little sticky. You really want to blow all that air out forcefully at that sticky part. Shh. You can make it an audible breath if you like. You've practiced Pilates for a while. There are audible breathers. Really exhaling loudly. Good. Exhale all the way down. Pause. Make sure your shoulders are back and down. We're not reaching the shoulders off the mat. Good. Let's do one more. All the way down. If you're modifying, your hands are behind your knees and you're only going halfway down. All the way up. Good. Now we're all going to do that half roll down. Again, you can hold behind the legs. We're going to bend the knees slightly. Arms are going to be reaching, a little more challenging here. And we're going to roll halfway down. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then roll up nice and tall on the sits bones. If you want to take it a little higher, you would straighten the legs. You're going to roll about halfway down and hold. 4. Abs pulled in. 3, 2, 1. And up. Good. One more, and then I'm going to add some arm movements. If the arm movements are too challenging, just hold it here. 2, 1, and all the way up. This time, we're going to lift and lower the arms in that hold out 4 times. So you'll inhale nice and tall. Exhale, scoop those abs and roll. Chest is open, shoulders back and down, and then reach it up and down. Up and down. 2 more. And down. And up and down and round it up. Let's do that again. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, scoop and roll. Good. Abs are shaky at this point. Up and down. 3 and 2, abs pulled in, last 1, and all the way up. Same half roll down, switching up the arms. The arms are going to open out to the side, more like T arms. Remember, shoulders are always pulling back and down, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the upper back. Little bend at the elbow, nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, scoop and roll halfway or where you can hold it. Open the arms up, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and round it up. Let's do that again. And it's scoop and roll, hold, 4, abs pulled in, 3, squeeze the legs together, 2, good, last 1, and all the way up. This time we're going to go side, center, side, center. And we'll do 2 sets, and we'll do that a few times. So we're going to keep this, call this hug a tree arms, little bend at the elbow, shoulders down, palms facing in, and you'll scoop and roll about halfway down, and then side, center, side, center. You're feeling those obliques kick in. Good, roll it up. This time start on the left. Scoop and roll, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, and up. 2 more times, right side leads, scoop and roll, hold, right, keep the hips firmly planted into the mat, sits bones into the mat. You're not picking up the hips. Last set, scoop and roll, hold, left, right, left, right, and all the way up. We're going to roll all the way down to our back is on the mat and do some articulating bridges, glute bridges. So in these articulating glute bridges, we're going to pick our hips up, but rolling up through the spine, 1 bone at a time, and then rolling back down. So roll all the way down, bend the knees, feet are hip distance apart, arms are long and heavy, neck and spine are neutral. We're going to scoop our abs, tilt the pelvis towards you, squeeze your glutes, then pick your hips up. At your top range, the goal is to have a straight line from the shoulder to the hip to the knee, with arms plugging into the mat, squeezing the glutes. You would pause here, take an inhale, and exhale, roll down 1 bone at a time, slowly melting the spine into the mat. And again, exhale, scoop, tilt, squeeze, lift, pause, inhale, take an exhale, roll it down. Good, and again, inhale. As you exhale, scoop the abs first, tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, pick the hips up, pause at the top, reach your fingertips towards your feet, reach your knees across the room. Exhale, roll it down. Good, we'll do 4 more like that. Really melting or picking the spine up 1 bone at a time. Abs pulled in, squeeze the glutes, reach the knees across, and round it down. Good, last 3. Scoop, tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, pick the hips up. Weight is in the upper back, not in your neck. Round it down. Good, last 2. Inhale here, exhale down. Hold this one up. This is the last one. We're going to hold and do some pulses. All right, so you want to lower the hips just a bit and then squeeze the glutes and pick them back up. Good. If you wanted to up level this, you would take your forearms off the mat and point the fingertips towards the ceiling. Up level a little more. Take the arms straight up. Good. 8, 7, 6. You're squeezing those glutes. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it here. Take your inhale. Exhale. Roll all the way down 1 bone at a time. Good. Bring the knees in. Rock it side to side. And then we're going to come on up and come to a 4-point kneeling position. I always like to roll up, hands behind the knees, inhale, and then exhale, roll it up. All right, so 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do some glute work here. So we just warmed up the glute, the spine, the abs. We're going to put it all together. We'll do some donkey kicks, some hamstring curls, some arabesque, and some side crunches. So in this 4-point kneeling position, you want your wrist right under your shoulder and your knee right under your hip. You can come down to your forearms if your wrists don't like that, or you can roll up your towel or mat and make a little bit of an elevated surface here for the wrists. So the fingertips are on the carpet and the wrists, or the palm of the hand, is on the rolled up mat. All right, so find your 4-point kneeling position. Now we're gonna lift that right knee up and then bring it down to the mat. You should be pressing evenly into both hands. Good, you can have the toe pointed or flexed. Good, lift and lift. We're gonna do 3 more, and then we're gonna hold it up and pulse. Good, hold it here, abs are pulled in, flex the foot, heel to ceiling, pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. We're gonna straighten, point, flex, and pull. These are your hamstring curls. Point and flex. Try and keep the knee in line with the hip. Point and flex. I'm not gonna lower the leg throughout the whole series. We're gonna hold, but if you need to take a break and rest that leg, you are welcome to do so. Good, 2 more. Good, last one, we're gonna straighten out the leg and hold. Good, just hold. Find your form, abs are pulled in, even pressure in both arms. We're gonna tap the foot down, lift it up. Good, really lengthen through the leg and lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice tall spine, abs pulled in. Tap and lift, tap and lift. We've got 3, then we're gonna hold it up and pulse. 2, good, last one, hold it here, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, don't go anywhere, hold it here, knee to elbow, and then out. Knee to elbow, and out. Knee to elbow, and out. Little side crunch. We'll do another set of these later. 4, 3, got one more thing after this. The last one, hold that leg straight, hold it. Find your form. Good, you're gonna cross and tap behind the left and up and over. Only make these half circles as big as you can keep your pelvis steady. So you don't wanna be wiggling the hips out and out. We're gonna keep it steady, slow and controlled. This is our last set. 4, 3, go for length here, through the crown of the head, through the toes. Last 2, we're gonna do one more hold. Good, one more. Good, hold that leg nice and long, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down, sit back, and then sit into that right side of your glute if you did the right leg. Good. All right, come on up. Before we do the left, we're gonna do a little cat-cow stretch. So same quadruped position, shoulders right over the wrists, knees under the hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna round the spine, bringing the tailbone under, dropping the head, and then inhale, lift the chest, bring the tailbone up. Good, exhale, round, drop the head, really pull belly button to spine. As much as spine mobility here, it's abs. Pull up through the pelvic floor, connect your breath. So we're gonna exhale and round, dropping the head, and inhale and lift. Chest open. One more. Exhale and round. Inhale and lift. Awesome. All right, we're gonna switch to the left leg. I'm gonna turn so you can see the leg. All right, 4-point kneeling. Again, down on your forearms if that's what you like, or up on your hands, a little more challenging, to the upper back. All right, and now donkey kicks are first. Point or flex the foot, and then lift and lower. Lift. You want to exhale as you lift. That's the work in the glute. Try not to sink into that right hip. Sit even pressure in both hands. Good. 4 more. And we'll hold and pulse. 3, 2, hold it here. I'm going to flex the foot and push my heel up. Little pulses. Abs pulled in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it here. Point and straighten. Flex and bend. Hamstring curl. Good. If you are up on your hands, you want to make sure that your elbows are facing your feet. So your elbows aren't out to the side. You've rotated through your shoulder joint, and they're rotated so that they're facing back. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it straight. Hold it here. We're going to lower and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Strong in the arms. Tap. Squeeze that glute. Tap and lift. Abs pulled in. 4. Pulsing in 3. Reach through the crown of the head. 2. Hold it here. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. Don't sink into that right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Elbow to knee. And out. Elbow to knee. Or knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Good. Keep the pelvis steady. Don't bring the hips with you. 4. Squeeze the side body. 2. Last one. Hold that leg straight. We're going to tap and cross. Tap and cross. Crossing the right leg. Up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Again, steady through the pelvis. Neck is neutral. Should be looking slightly in front of your hands if you're up on your wrists. Good. 3 and 2. Good. Last one. Abs pulled in. Hold that leg center. Just hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down and sit it all the way back and sit into that hip. Excellent job. All right, we're going to come into a mermaid sit and do some arm work. And if you don't like this mermaid sit, you're welcome to sit in a chair. You could stand. You could do this kneeling. We're going to do some arm work. So I'm going to kind of angle myself here so you can see what my elbows are doing. I'm going to bring my hands together, palms facing me, elbows together. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Bend. I'm going to straighten. I won't be able to straighten all the way. It's about a 45. And then bend. Straighten and bend. These are bicep curls without weights. So you really want to curl and squeeze the biceps. Good. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Squeeze. 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 Let's do 8 more. 7. Try and keep those elbows together as you straighten the arms. 5, 4, 3. You should be feeling it. 2. Last one. And here, bring it to prayer position. So hands together, elbows together, elbows still in line with the shoulders, and it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. 4, we're going to do another set. 3, 2, last one. We're going to pulse, pulse up, pulse, pulse, and down. Pulse, pulse. Again, the elbows are staying glued together, forearms glued together. Don't let those elbows come apart. 5, 4, nice and tall. 3, 2. Good, last one, and all the way down. Whoo, shake it out. All right, I'm gonna turn back so I'm squared on. All right, we're gonna do some overhead little pulses in. So the palms of your hands are facing in. When you lift your arms, don't let your shoulders hike up. So shoulders back and down, little bend to the elbow, nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head, and then little pulses in and in. Good. Keep growing nice and tall, abs pulled in. Keep drawing those shoulders down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to go the other way and rotate outward. 3, 2. Last one. Flip the hands. Push them out and out and out. Keep drawing those shoulders down. Again, they're not up by your ears. You're drawing your shoulder blades down towards your glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower them down. Good. Roll those shoulders out. All right, from this position, if you were up in a kneeling position or took it to a chair, take it down to this position. It's a Z sit or mermaid sit. We're going to make a diamond shape with our hands. We're going to bring our hands, we're going to rotate and bring our hands down to the mat. When our hands are down to the mat, we're going to actively try and pull away. Not actually, but when you do this and you're separating the mat with your hands, you're going to feel it in your chest. So it's a chest push-up, if you will. So diamond shape, rotate, hands to the mat. All right, we're going to try and pull the mat apart. Bend the elbows, pull the mat apart, and straighten. Bend, pull the mat apart, and straighten. You should feel your chest activate as you try to pull the carpet or the mat apart and up. Good, let's do 4 more. 4. Bend, pull it apart. 2 more. Good, last one. And all the way up. Good, we're going to switch the legs and do the same thing on the other side. So just switch those legs, diamond shape, rotate first, hands to the mat. All right, actively pull apart on that mat. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Abs pulled in, neck is neutral. 5 more. Exhale as you straighten. 4. Pull apart. 3, 2, last one, and all the way up. Shake it out. All right, we're going to go into some plank work. So I'm going to start on our knees, a kneeling plank, and do some triceps just to finish off the arms, and then we'll go up into a full plank. If you want to keep your plank on your knees, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, we're going to come up to a full plank. So for these triceps, and you're always welcome to up level it and do your tricep push-ups in a full plank position. I'm going to do them in a kneeling plank. My hands, wrists are right under the shoulders. I'm in this kneeling plank. I like to cross my feet. My abs are pulled in, and again, my elbows are pointed towards my toes, towards my feet. Fingertips are forward. And then I'm going to bend my arms, elbows real close to the body, squeeze the armpits, and up. Abs pulled in. Look towards the top of your mat so that your neck is neutral and you're not chin to chest or looking up. Good. 5 more. Modification here to make it a little more friendly would be to decrease the range of motion and only bend the arms just a little bit. Good. 3 more. And 2. Take them slow. Last one. And all the way up. Good. Sit it back. Now we'll come up into a full plank position. If your full plank is on your knees, that's fine. Another modification for a plank is to come down to your forearms. In any event, if you're up on your hands, you want your wrists right under your shoulder, right in line. You want your elbow in line with the shoulder if you're down on your forearms. I'm going to come up onto my hands and come up onto my toes. We're just going to hold for about 30 seconds. Again, you want to rotate so the elbows are pointing towards your feet. Right leg back, left leg back. Feet together, a little more challenging. Feet apart, a little more stabilizing. And you want to hold. Abs pulled in, squeeze through the back of the legs. You don't want any arch in the back. You want a nice long line from the crown of the head to the heels. And then that Pilates breathing, nice big exhale, pull belly button to spine. Push the heels back, squeeze the back of the legs, press through the mat. We've got about 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. And bend the knees and sit it back. We're going to go back to your plank position, whatever your plank position is, and we'll do some hip dips. So you're going to rotate the hips, drop the right side towards the mat, back to center, rotate, and drop the left. You can do this on your forearms, you can do it in kneeling, you can do it up in your full plank, whatever you like. Find your full plank first. Again, whatever that looks like for you. And then right hip towards the mat, back to center, left hip, and center. If you're up on your toes, you might have to adjust your feet as they slide on the mat. Exhale back to center every time. Inhale right, exhale center. Inhale left, exhale center. Two more each side. Last one. And left. And all the way center. Drop the knees and sit it back. We're going to do one more plank, and that's a pike plank. You can sit back into your child's pose. I'm just coming up to talk. All right, so a pike. You can do this kneeling. You'll have just a little bit less range of motion. Or you can do it on your toes. You can do it on your forearms and your hands. Again, it can be done in any plank position. So let's find our plank position. Nice and strong. Again, we're going to connect breath here. If you're up on your hands, you've rotated those elbows. Nice strong plank. Take an inhale and exhale. Pick the hips up. In this pike position, you're looking at your toes. Your head is in between your arms. Back out into your plank. Exhale. Abs in. Scoop and lift those hips. Good. 4 more. Exhale. Scoop and lift the hips. And out to plank. Pause, take your inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, plank. Exhale, last one. We're going to go out into our plank and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down and sit back into a nice child's pose stretch. Reach the arms forward, sit the hips back, belly button to spine. Good. Come all the way up to a kneeling position. We're going to do what's called candlestick. It's some side body work, some obliques, and then we're going to add on some crunches. So I have my left knee down and my right leg out, and my hips are squared off. I'm going to take my hands together over my head, slight bend to the elbow. We're going to go up and over to the left. So when we go up and over here, you want to stay lifted here, and you'll feel a little bit of a stretch in the right side. Back to center. Up and over. Your head stays right in between your arms. Keep your biceps close to your ears. You can modify by not going over quite as far. You can up level by going over a little bit more. Good. 2 more. 2. Good. Last one. Excellent. We're going to take the left hand down to the mat. We're going to reach the right arm overhead, and we're going to draw elbow to knee. Knee in, elbow down. Good. If you just wanted to bring the knee in and hold the hand here, you could. Otherwise, all the way here. If you wanted to up level, you could come up into a side plank and do it there. Good. 3, 2, we're going to hold this last one, tiny little pulses. Here. 8, 7, squeeze that side body. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, up and reach, and then all the way back up. Same thing, other side. Starting with the arms together. Roll my mat out. Arms together, shoulders down, slight bend to the elbow, and it's up and over. Exhale, here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up. Abs pulled in. Good, we'll do 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. Good, last one. Hand comes down to the mat. Arm reaches overhead. And we're going to bring elbow to knee. Here. Good, stay lifted in that right leg. So not sinking in to the hip. Reach and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, rib cage to hip. 2, 1, all the way out and all the way up. We're going to come to a standing position and do some side lunges. So all the way up to your feet. Take your stance out wide, only slightly turned out. So think on the clock, your feet are at the 1 and the 11. So certainly not 9 and 3, 1 and 11. So slightly turned out. And we're going to lunge from the right, circle overhead, and go to the left. Then we'll stay on the right, we'll stay on the left, and we'll do some pulses. So, hands. I want them like you're holding onto a ball. So slight bend at the elbow, palms facing in. You're nice and tall here. We're going to bend, reach down to the right, circle the arms up and over, and then down to the left. Nice and tall, and then reaching down. Tall and down. We've got 6 more. 6. 6 each side. 5. Tall. 5. Good. Really press into the mat or the floor as you straighten the leg using inner thigh, glute, quad. We've got 3. And 3. And 2. And 2. Last 1. And 1. Good. We're going to go and stay on the right. So we're going to reach down and up. Down and up. Let's do 8. Really push through the floor to straighten that leg. 6 and up. Abs pulled in. Last 4. And then we're going to hold in pulse. 3, 2, hold it here. Tiny little pulses. Knee tracking towards the toes. Sit those glutes back. Pulse it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, right and to the left. Down. Reach it up. As you reach up, keep drawing the shoulder blades down towards your glutes. Good. 7. Press into that left side of the body, glute, inner thigh. Exhale up. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Pulse. Sit the hips back. Press into the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All the way up, reach it high, and then lower it down. All right, we're gonna take it down to the mat. We're gonna do one more set of abs, and then we'll do some extension work. So in the mat Pilates class, or in any Pilates class really, The goal is to move the spine or work in the spine in all positions. The positions are neutral, which is up straight with that little natural curve in the low back. Flexion, which is your C curve. Extension, which is arching the upper back but keeping the low back neutral. Rotation, so side to side, we did some of that in the beginning. And then lateral flexion, which was up and over, which we just did some of that. So we're going to do some ab work, and then to counteract that, we're going to do some extensions, because extension also, not only does it move the spine in that opposite direction to us on our phones, on our computers, maybe driving, it also is a nice stretch for the abs. So let's come all the way down to the mat. We're going to do some scissors, some double leg lifts, and some crossover. So we'll start with scissors. One at a time, take your legs to tabletop. Then straighten them up. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. Roll up into your C curve. Draw the right leg in. Left leg goes long. You're going for length here in the legs. The straighter you can keep them, the better. Good. We're going to do a pulse, pulse, and then switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. And switch. And switch. Good. Lengthening the legs. If your neck gets tired, you're welcome to put your hands behind your neck or lower the head, neck, and shoulders all the way down. Good. We'll do one more set after this. Good. Last set here. And pulse, pulse. Lower everything down. Bring the knees in. And then bring the legs back up. All right, we're going to do double leg lower and lift. Now, you can stick your thumbs under your glutes for a little support for the low back, or you can, to up level, you can take your hands behind your head and lift your chest off the mat. And you're going to lower and lift. Elbows, if your hands are behind your head, your elbows are in your peripheral. You'll inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. If your hip flexors start to grip, go into a slight turn out, which means Pilates V, heels together, toes apart. Good. Inhale, lower, lengthen, exhale, lift. Press your low back into the mat. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Good. Two more. Exhale, lift. Last one. And bring everything down and in. All right, we're going to go into crossover or crisscross or bicycle. So we're going to bring our hands behind our head, legs to tabletop. You're going to lift the chest, elbows in your peripheral. You're going to draw your right knee in, send your left leg out, and cross over. You can kickstand this hand for a little bit of support. You're drawing rib cage towards the knee. Then come center, legs come back to tabletop, and then exhale the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Inhale, center, slow and controlled. Exhale, lift. Inhale, center. Try not to pull on the neck. You're leading with the rib cage towards your knee. Rib cage to knee. Rib cage to knee. Good. Four more. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Last three. Legs are glued together. Two passing by one another. One more each side. Last one. All the way down. Bring everything in. All right, we're going to roll over onto your stomach. We're going to do what's called swan. It's that extension. Now, you can bring your legs hip distance apart, or you can bring them a little bit wider if you have a sensitive low back. You can even turn out, so toes out wider than the heels. I'm going to go hip distance apart. You can bring your hands under your shoulders, or if you have shoulder issues, you want to bring them a little bit wider. We're going to inhale to prepare through the nose, and exhale, press into the mat. Keep the legs long and lift the chest. Now at this top position, you should be looking towards the top of your mat and not any higher. So you don't want to be overextending at the neck, and you want to keep the pelvis pressing into the mat and belly button the spine. Inhale all the way down, and exhale, lift. Shoulders down. You don't have to straighten the arms all the way. Really draw those abs in, reach those legs long. And inhale down. And exhale, lift. Good, 2 more like that, and then we're going to take it up a notch. Exhale, lift. Good, 1 more. And exhale, lift. Good, all the way down to the mat. We're going to bring our arms to goalpost position. So goalpost position, your elbow is in line with your shoulder, and then your arm is bent at a 90 degree. Legs are staying on the mat, but they're reaching nice and long. You're going to lift the upper body, and the arms are going to come with you. So you're going to exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good, 2 more, and we're going to up level 1 more time by straightening the arms. Abs pulled in. Good, this time hold, lift, hold, straighten, bend, and lower. 3 more like that. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Abs pulled in. Legs reaching long. 2 more. Last one. And all the way down. Push yourself all the way up. Separate the knees if you haven't already. And push your hips all the way back. Forehead to the mat. Reach the arms long. 1 more breath here. All right, come all the way up. We're going to do some seated stretches. We're going to start with butterfly, and then we'll move on from there. So butterfly is a good stretch. It's a hip opener, inner thigh. It will feel good after those side lunges. You may feel those tomorrow in the inner thigh. You might feel them on the glutes. I have the soles of my feet together. I'm holding it about the ankles, and I'm pressing my forearms into my inner thigh, bringing my knees down towards the mat as far as I can. If you have more mobility here, you can hinge forward. Just when you hinge, make sure you protect the low back by exhaling and keeping those abs pulled in. Inhale, back up tall, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, nice and tall, and exhale, hinge forward. Good, all the way up. Straighten out the legs. We'll do a hamstring stretch here. We're going to do spine stretch forward as the official Pilates name. Your legs are coming straight out from the hips, toes towards the ceiling, arms reaching. You're going to inhale nice and tall, sits bones into the mat. Exhale, scoop the abs, and then reach over the toes. So about 2-3 inches past the toe, above the toes. Inhale, restack the spine, and sit up tall. Exhale, scoop the abs first, and then reach forward. Good. If you can only reach to your shins, that's okay. If you need to support with your hands, you can walk your hands down your legs. Good. Just remember that spine movement. Exhale, scoop first, and then reach. Lower the head, and then all the way back up. All right, drop the hands down. We're going to come all the way up by rolling up 1 bone at a time. So bend the knees, push yourself up onto your toes. I'm going to turn sideways. Feet hip distance apart. Hands to the mat. A little more hamstring here. You're going to straighten the legs and drop the head towards the floor. So straighten the legs, drop the head. Good. Hands can come to your ankles if you can't get your legs all the way straight or down to the mat. Take a nice big inhale, and we're going to roll all the way up, slow and controlled on that exhale. So nice big inhale, and then exhale, belly button to spine, roll up 1 bone at a time. Keep the head and the arms long. Head comes up finally. Inhale, reach it up to the ceiling, and exhale down. Good, couple of shoulder rolls, just stretching all the chest and the upper back as well as the shoulders. Good, bring those shoulder rolls forward. 3, 2, and last one. I hope you enjoyed this mat workout. I will get some more workouts up on my YouTube page. Like and subscribe. Thank you.